Anthony Cumia. Good to see you again.
Great to see you. This has been a while. Yeah, you make it sound like I just stopped coming in. It was something called COVID.
Oh, stop
little
it.
something
What's
called
that?
COVID.
But no, what are you talking about, Liz?
We didn't have that in Florida.
You didn't have that in Florida, yeah.
They made it completely illegal to come in.
Well, I came to work every day during COVID. You became like Howard Stern. Your boy Howie.
Please.
You wouldn't leave the house. You wouldn't go anywhere. What happened?
No. I was out and about. I wasn't one of those crazy people.
You
and
weren't?
then you bring me on at 9:30. I feel like Frank Pantangeli from The Godfather. He's got me waiting in the lobby. I'm like, wait.
Well, there's a lot of stuff going on here, Anthony. I know you know that.
I know. I was listening.
We got hostages. We got Ukraine, Russia. There's a lot going on.
I know.
So you still hate Opie, or is that fixed a little bit now?
Hate's a strong word. I just
despise him.
I put him on the pay me no mind list. I put him on that list.
So you guys never talk.
Never. In probably 10 years, I have not spoken to him. We've had a few outbursts on social media and whatnot.
Yeah.
And he's not
you
happy
actually
about
fight
it.
on social media? You fight with each other?
Not really fight. I do it on my show sometimes. I try to help the guy. He's doing these podcasts. He gets about 30 viewers. So I tell him what he should do to maybe step things up. You know?
He doesn't listen.
I've been doing a show for about 11 years since I got the boot from Sirius XM satellite.
Well, I want to get to that show. I've been on that show many times.
Of course.
So Liz, are you 30 yet? How old are you?
I'm not 30. Why would you even say that on air? Jesus.
Holy smoke.
No, I'm not 30 yet.
You're like 28, right?
I'm 29.
Okay,
and
29.
holding on for dear life.
Okay, do you remember Opie and Anthony?
No.
I don't know a lot.
What do you mean,
no?
She's 29.
So what?
We were done by then, I think.
Oh, that's true. You're right. Well, you're right. Now that I think about it.
11 years ago. So what?
Yeah.
Were you 18, something like that?
What about
the
the thought, Liz, of young pretty girls like you stuffed in 55-gallon drums with bodily fluids splashed all over them? That's the type of show he did.
Not human bodily fluids. They were animal bodily fluids.
I don't know if that makes it better.
Yeah, I know. I'm trying to defend the indefensible here. It was back in the days. Let me tell you a little something. They were called shock jocks. Do you remember? Have you ever heard the term?
I have not.
Shock jock?
They actually call me that now, which is ridiculous compared to you guys.
Oh, yeah, that's where I know the term, from reading about you.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah. A shock jock did shocking things on the air.
Right.
Yeah.
Now you just pick your phone up, you could scroll and literally watch snuff films on a daily basis. So I don't know how shocking it would be to talk about boobies and heinies.
Yeah.
So, I think that kind of really ushered in the end of the shock jock was the introduction of the internet and things. Now you could see things that are just really shocking.
Really shocking, right?
Yeah.
But that was starting to happen. You guys were still big on radio.
Yeah,
about that time.
It took a while, but now shock jocks are kind of quaint.
Yeah.
It's not even that, the things I think we got in trouble for and got fired for, it's nostalgic now.
Nostalgic.
I wish that radio was only about the FCC coming after you, because once the people and social media trolls come after you, you realize how easy it was to battle the FCC.
Right. And not only that, and Liz, you can attest to this, not just the people and the trolls and the FCC. I think, Liz, you would agree if Kamala Harris would have won the election.
Oh, geez, please.
She's very good friends with President Trump, very good friends. Then the government would have come too, no? Don't you think?
I don't like imagining. In my head, it was never possible, truly, for her to win. It was never going to happen, never a thing.
You never got scared for a second?
She never did.
No.
Oh, my God.
I sat here with Sid telling me Donald Trump was going to spend a lifetime in jail, and I was like, you're crazy. We'll be in the White House in a year. So, no, it never even crossed my mind. No.
Fantastic.
Were you actually nervous that she was going to win?
Yes.
Is that why you moved to South Carolina?
Yeah. I bought a bunker, weapons. I'm living in a missile silo.
It wouldn't surprise me. How do you end up in South Carolina, honestly?
You make a left in Virginia. I swear I had to get the hell out of New York.
No, I get that. But, were you driving down to Miami and you went to pee and, oh, my God, it's such nice.
Florida's too nuts. Yeah. Florida is a crazy state.
Right.
I wanted to stay on the East Coast. I didn't want to go out west.
Right.
I kind of liked the warmer weather. I didn't want to go to Pennsylvania. A lot of people are like, hey, they got no state tax. I don't care. I don't want to be a Pennsylvania guy.
Right.
So South Carolina was kind of a nice compromise. The weather's good. You
They
get
like
a little
Trump
winter.
there. They like Trump there
They
like you
love
do.
it. It's a solid red state.
Yeah.
Just got to get rid of that Lindsey Graham piece of garbage.
You don't like Lindsay.
I can't stand the guy. I think he's a rhino. I think he's a lot closer, not Democratic principles, these Democrat principles or anything, but I think he's closer to that machine, as
you're right.
Trump calls it, the swamp.
Very similar to the other guy that, Trump fired him too. I forgot. But what do you think about Lindsey Graham? Do you like him?
Not a fan, no.
Not a fan.
Yeah.
Same reason why?
I mean, kind of. I've actually worked with these people.
Right.
So I'm not a fan really of anyone in politics, minus Donald Trump, for all the same reasons. They're all exactly the same.
Yeah.
So, it's nothing against Lindsey Graham. If you're not Donald Trump, I'm probably not a fan.
Yeah, I'll be happy if we can primary him, but these people just stay in office forever.
Well, you got Nancy Mace down there.
Yeah.
She's in Charleston. She's a friend of mine.
Yeah. We
She's
got
cool.
a lot of good local politicians and state-level politicians.
So do you consider yourself like a gamecock now? You can say gamecock on the air. Isn't that fantastic?
No.
You're a gamecock. You're a gamecock. Say it. Say, I am a gamecock.
Go Tigers. Clemson, go Tigers.
Oh, you're a Clemson fan.
I'm a Clemson guy.
Oh, really?
No, I'm not.
You don't care.
You can't bet online in South Carolina, so I don't watch sports anymore.
You can't bet online?
With everything they are about, like, Republican, they're a solid red state, you're owned to let the people do what they want to do, stay out of their lives. They have not passed a law that says that we can get on our phones and go to one of the various apps for betting and actually bet on a football game. So I don't even know what's going on. It's the only reason I would watch a game is because I got money on it. Sorry, Sid. Am I getting you itchy?
Well, you got me. Yeah.
You a little
There was
itchy?
a kid that used to work at your station there that used to. He used to give you picks, but you never win, you two guys, ever. So
No, that was
you would
Gino.
never win.
Yeah,
Gino,
yeah. Gino's terrible. Whatever he picks, the opposite. Go the opposite.
See, the beauty with Liz is, I don't think your husband Darren even cares about all that stuff, right? Does Darren even like sports?
Very much so.
He bets on football?
He would not bet. I mean, our lives depend on football at this point. Yeah, when you're
So
from
you're betting your life.
When you're from Buffalo, sports is literally all they
That's
have.
true.
Oh, God, Buffalo.
Yeah, so, I mean, apparently the Sabres have been doing well, so we're not focused on that. But the Bills, I mean, apparently we just have to eat, breathe, sleep, pray, Bills all day, 24/7.
Wow. So this is like beach weather for you.
Oh,
here.
yeah.
I'm not
today.
from Buffalo.
Oh, she lives in Florida now.
Oh.
Yeah, she
and,
lives in.
and it's disgusting, and I barely live there, and we're not even going to get into that.
She considers herself a New Yorker. She has
I'm
an apartment.
from 5 blocks away.
Five
but
blocks
my
away.
husband is from Buffalo,
Yeah.
unfortunately.
Yeah.
It depends on what part of Florida, because
It's all
there's
horrible.
I know.
Yeah, there's
But
nothing good.
The whole
She lives
state's
right
nuts.
She's not far from President Trump at Mar-a-Lago.
And that's the only good part.
Right, that's it.
You been there, Mar-a-Lago?
I got married there.
You got
I've been there quite a bit.
She's there all the time, bro.
This is
a
the
big
real deal.
Yeah, yeah.
Because I thought you were like one of Trump's guys.
Well, I am, but not compared to her. Not even close. Yeah.
She's more Trump than you.
She's not buying cigarettes in I-95 in Greenville, South Carolina.
you don't know what I'm doing, Sid.
Oh, maybe you are.
Dude,
What do you do for fun? What do you do for fun in South Carolina?
I shoot guns a lot.
Well, we do that too.
I'm making up for everything that New York took away from me.
But what do you shoot at? I'm curious. Besides a neighbor once in a while.
Maybe that'll get me in trouble again. I'm kidding, of course. I go to the range. I shoot at targets. I got a Barrett 50 caliber rifle. I got a Desert Eagle 50 cal pistol. Yes, I do.
Really?
It's fantastic. I got various AR-15s and
what are you preparing for?
AK-47s.
What is?
In case Kamala became president.
Yes, so,
There you
right,
go.
yeah, right, yes.
Unfortunately,
He's like David Koresh.
Unfortunately, I believe Trump is but a speed bump on the road to ruin for this country. I think there's too much deep state or whatever you want to call it. And Trump is but a man.
That's it. Sure.
And he's got one term.
And that's it.
And we'll see what happens after that. But I'm not optimistic about the future after Trump.
Sure.
I think, and people are so fickle. They'll believe the garbage media and go, after 4 years, they'll be like, good, we need to balance it back out and the pendulum has to swing the other way. And you're like, no, we don't. Do you remember under Biden, the disaster that it was a mere month or so ago?
Sure. So you've gone from this radio super talent, multimillionaire, beloved and revered by millions, and you're a tremendous talent, to now you're basically militia. That's it.
I'm part of the South Carolina militia, yes. I have a big flagpole out front with a Confederate flag waving proudly. And no, I'm not that South Carolinian.
Not yet.
I still have my roots here in New York. I still have family and friends that I adore that I come up here probably once a month to see and whatnot. I have a studio in my house down in South Carolina. I do a show 4:30 to 6, Monday through Thursday.
Same show you were doing from here.
Yeah, from 35th.
The one I was on many times, yes.
Yeah, the Compound Media
So you stopped
studios.
inviting me there, too, for some reason. I don't know why.
COVID! They told me I couldn't come in anymore.
Wait, didn't you and I hang out during COVID? Didn't we? We did shows together.
Yeah,
we did events.
I did, too. I did shows, too, but there was something. I wasn't allowed to come to your studio up at Madison Square Garden.
What do you mean you weren't allowed?
I don't know. They told me COVID. They told me COVID. I don't know. They were freaks. They said you're going to catch the bug. Sid always likes the Dice.
Oh, and you did Dice. So were you proud of me that I actually did this TV series with Andrew Dice Clay?
I know.
Isn't that unbelievable?
It was a perfect pairing. You two go together very well.
The very first scene I ever did for a TV show was with Dice. This is dating back a couple of years ago. And we did about 3 episodes together.
Yeah.
So I spent 10 hours with the guy. And I must have mentioned you 50 times. That was my icebreaker. I worked with Anthony Cumia. Yeah. Oh, I love that guy. He's a great guy. Then he was like the biggest dick you ever met, Dice. I go to my producer. I go, I can't work with this guy. You know why? Because it was COVID, and he wouldn't shake my hand.
Oh.
He left my hand out there for like 5 minutes.
You got the cooties. I don't like the cooties. It was crazy. Yeah, Dice, if you're in a room 10 hours with Dice, he is talking for 10 hours.
The whole time, yeah.
He just does not shut up.
Yeah.
He's doing this fantastic thing on the streets of New York. He walks up to strangers. He just goes, "You were the one that wanted the picture with the famous face?" and the people are petrified of him. They run away.
Yeah.
Like, who doesn't know it's Dice, though?
I know.
He was the top of the world.
Wait a
1,000 years.
Do you know who Andrew Dice Clay is?
Nope.
Oh,
so if he walked up to you,
29.
you know who he is.
Nope.
Have you ever heard of
old people
scared.
Have you heard of Andrew Dice Clay?
No.
You never heard of the Dice Man?
Never.
Big comic back in the.
Give her one of the nursery rhymes without getting
I don't think I can.
Well, don't say the actual. Curse
When
words.
was he like a thing? Like, give me a year.
It was this one. This one was Little Boy Blue. He needed the money.
What year was this? Like
18 and 03.
I was gonna say around then.
It was a long time
I
ago.
can tell.
Probably the mid 80s.
See,
was
I'm
when
the
it
daughter
first...
of 2 immigrants that weren't even in this country when any of this was going
Roman
on.
wasn't here. No.
And you're a Trump fan? He's gonna throw your parents out of
Exactly.
Her father is the king of Estonia. Did you know that?
Really?
No.
All right.
No, but he is going to be the ambassador.
He's going to be the ambassador for
is.
Estonia.
Yes.
That's a big deal.
What's Estonia? Where is that?
See, so you don't know where Andrew Dice Clay is, and he has no idea where Estonia is.
That's fair.
I'm sure it's some former Soviet bloc.
No. Where is it exactly?
Do you not know that it was part of the Soviet
Yes,
Union?
it was. Yes, at one point it was.
It just sounds like that.
Yeah, it's one of the Baltic countries. Between Latvia, Lithuania, Estonia, borders Russia. It's one of the Baltic countries. You get it.
So what I've noticed, we'll take a break, we'll come right back. But
So were they communists back in the day?
My family? Oh, full-blown communists.
I love it.
So what we've noticed is Anthony is wildly entertaining.
Thank you,
but
sir.
But not nearly as smart as Lizzie is. So.
No, she seems very educated and smart. What college did you go to?
Harvard and UPenn. Sorry.
Wait,
You set me up. You set me up.
2 colleges.
Well, I got an undergrad and then a master's.
Yeah.
Harvard and UPenn.
Yeah.
Now, where did you go to
Harvard. What's Harvard? No,
Where did you go to college?
Well, I went to John H. Glenn High School out on Long Island in Elwood, Long Island. I didn't finish. And so as Gavin McGinnis calls me, I'm a junior high school graduate.
I can almost beat that. I went to Florida virtual school for high school and was expelled.
Virtual school?
Yeah, in Florida and was expelled.
Expelled from a virtual school
virtual
in
public
Florida.
school in Florida. So I actually could beat you, but then I had quite the comeback.
Yeah,
but
you really rallied at the end there, didn't you?
Comeback's always better than the setback, let me tell you.
Harvard and UPenn.
Yeah, we made it work.
You catch a pull like the dragon's wings, 'cause it's a heater.
This is Sid and Friends in the Morning.
For my friends.
77 WABC.
I can handle things. I'm fine.
So, there was a time, Lizzie, when Anthony Cumia and Liz Pipko, I befriended Eric Adams.
Oh, boy. When was this?
Last 3 years.
Last 3 years, yeah.
Okay.
So
Interesting.
we went for dinners, we went for lunches. I wanted him to have a conservative voice in his
Did he
ear.
pay with some of the money that he...
No.
No.
I paid every time. Now, I've gone out 3 times with Andrew Cuomo. He pays every time. Cuomo pays.
It's a power move.
Yeah, of course. Adams, nothing. But I became friendly with the guy, and then I dropped him. Like
Don't tell me
habit.
he left a tip after you paid.
I dropped him like a bad habit about 8 months ago.
Okay.
And even
Was
though
it the allegations?
No, because he just didn't do anything. You know, I'm a very staunch pro-Israel guy.
Yeah.
I see these animals running in the streets. Lizzie knows this. And they're harassing my people, and they're threatening people. He does nothing. He's done nothing for the better part of 3.5 years.
Yeah.
He wears nice suits. He shows up at places, but he does nothing. So I dropped him. And now, of course, he's carrying Trump's water. So all the people
boy.
that hated his guts a couple of months ago love him because, A, he's going to do whatever Trump wants.
They don't see the motive.
I see it.
Like,
But
obviously, it's Trump's Justice Department
I know,
now.
right, but don't
he
you think
doesn't
it's-
want those charges.
Of course, but don't you think it's a little embarrassing for the mayor to be somebody's bitch?
Yeah,
Oh, you do? Good.
it absolutely is. But I
Wait, I got in trouble for cursing on here, and you can say bitch?
No, you're not supposed to say that.
Oh, well, there we go. That's stupid, too.
he can say it.
What did I get in trouble for cursing on here?
I don't know. I don't remember.
Oh,
Lou
it's a couple
yelled at
years-
me.
couple
Everyone
years
yelled at
ago.
me.
Yeah, no,
Have
no,
you
it's
heard
okay.
that there are 7 dirty words that you don't know that one either? You ever hear George Carlin, a comedian?
No.
Wow.
Isn't she fantastic? Let's be honest. Don't you love that?
She's fantastic, but wow, the line of what she doesn't know at 29. And I don't mean ignorant of things
No,
or don't know.
I get it.
It's obvious.
I grew up with parents who wanted to raise me on the Soviet learnings. I didn't even speak English till they threw me in school, and I didn't know that all the kids
Soviet
were not going to
learnings.
speak
Is that
Russian.
true?
Yeah, they threw me in elementary school, Jewish school. We were learning English and Hebrew, and I had never even spoken a word of English in my life. I went in speaking Russian, little 3-year-old Liz.
But you weren't born over there.
No,
You
I was
were-
born here, but I was raised by grandparents, and I only spoke Russian. I didn't even know that we were in America speaking English. I had no idea.
Wow.
Oh, my God.
They
Yeah.
just spoke Russian in the house.
Yeah, I mean, I was mostly
here in
raised by
America.
grandparents, but yeah, I only knew Russian. They threw me into my Jewish elementary school, and little 3-year-old Liz had to speak English, Hebrew, and Russian in the course of
my
like a
God.
month to
Do
try
you
to get
still?
by. I do still, yes.
Yeah,
and
Still speak Russian.
She actually loves Putin. Loves him.
no, God, no. Actually, I fought with a lot of Republicans about this. No, I really, really, really do not. And we need to work on that.
Your parents must have some great horror stories about.
Yes, I am
the
not
Iron
allowed to go
Curtain
to
and-
Russia. We are not fans of Russia. We are
Really?
not, yeah, that's
Their subways look nice, much nicer than New York's.
all their propaganda looks great.
Oh, is that what it is?
Yes.
And they have great nail salons in Brighton Beach, I was told. Is that true?
Yes, they do, actually. There are a lot of great things in Brighton Beach.
Now, see, the
love
thing
it.
is, so you meet a person like Liz,
Yeah.
who's an incredible person, but you're never going to meet a Liz Pipko in Greenville, South Carolina.
No, you won't.
No. You'll see, pretty girls,
Right.
but they won't have that city smarts thing.
What do they have exactly?
Belly button rings,
Yeah,
AR-15s.
guns. They like eating
They like eating.
down
I like
there.
that, too.
Everything's
I like
about
that,
like food and
Yeah.
eating and going around and
Yeah.
stuff
Well,
like
what's
that.
the delicacy where you live? What's the big dish?
Truth be told, a lot of New York restaurants, when they closed during COVID and stuff, these chefs and cooks and whatnot that are really good, they went all over the country, and some of them ended up down by Greenville.
No
And
kidding.
There are some legitimately good restaurants down there. So, I go to steakhouses, and it's no different than going to Keen's.
No different.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
fantastic.
Yeah. So, what's your the one thing you miss most though about New York besides getting into fights in Central Park?
It was Times Square, by the way. I was just taking some pictures for the love of God. Some pictures. Times Square, the most photographed place on earth, by the way.
I understand.
And that's true. Ask Grok 3. They'll tell you. Yeah, and, things happen. No, I miss my family.
Yeah.
I have some aunts and uncles and cousins and whatnot. My brother is still up here.
Right.
So I miss that. But other than that, like, you walk around these streets, what is there to miss? The snot coming out of some guy's nose as he's ready to push you in front of the A train.
See, that's what happens, Liz. They leave New York. She don't like
and they
this.
think they're better than us.
Right. See, she keeps coming back to New York. She can live anywhere she wants. Trump loves her. Trump will put her up wherever. She keeps coming back here because they do think they're better than us, right?
Well, it's nice to have maybe Trump Tower to go to.
I do
and
not
other places on Fifth Avenue.
This is the greatest city in the world. Florida's disgusting. South Carolina's probably up there. It's not for me. No, I'm sorry, I can't do it.
I haven't lived in South Carolina long enough to build up a loyalty where I'm ready to fight you over South Carolina.
All right, because you're like, at this point, you're like the head of the tourism capital. You're out there.
I am like the #1 celebrity, and that's saying a lot.
That's what you need to know about South Carolina.